From the News Channel 5 Network, this is Real Estate Real Talk with your host, Realtor Christy Wilson. Sponsored by the Wilson Group Real Estate Services.
Good morning and welcome to Real Estate Real Talk. Happy Halloween! My name is Christy Wilson and I'm your host of Real Estate Real Talk, where every other Thursday morning we talk live about real estate and what's going on in Nashville. So we invite you to call in with any of your real estate questions to 737-7587. And since it's Halloween, I have my little kitty ears on this morning and I was going to paint my nose black and put whiskers on, but I decided not to for whatever reason. Today, we have a great guest with us like we do every Thursday, and he has been on our show before, and I thought it was quite appropriate that he comes on this time of the year, and it's Nashville's, probably Middle Tennessee's favorite outdoorsman, Mike Ridings with Lawnscape. Hey, Mike.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Here. Good.
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 Good. I like your costume, too.
Okay.
It's your starter costume for Duck Dynasty.
The kids want me to go ahead with the full Duck Dynasty. I'm not going to grow it that far, but I always grow beard in the winter because I'm outside every day.
Yeah.
And it does help.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I hope you don't do a Duck Dynasty beard either because this looks good. See, I was going to put whiskers on, but you've got enough whiskers for both of us.
There you go.
But Mike, like I said, is the owner of Lawnscape, and he's going to talk to us this morning about how to get your yard ready for fall and winter and some steps you need to take to have it ready for spring. A lot of people want to sell their homes in the spring. It's a great time to sell, and steps that you can take now will only make it that much better in the spring. So the timing couldn't be better. It's Halloween, so it'll also be how to unspook your yard for this time of the year. And any questions you have for Mike regarding landscaping, regarding getting your yard ready, what steps you need to take for the spring, call us again at 737-7587. Before we get into the meat of the subject of what Mike's going to talk to us about, want to remind everyone that Farmington Financial Group is one of our sponsors of Real Estate Real Talk. And Billy Hamburg, who's our preferred lender at the Wilson Group, spoke with Billy yesterday, and our interest rates right now have come back down, and a 30-year fixed rate is at, I'm going to have to peek because it's 4.125 for a 30-year and 3.375 for a 15-year fixed rate mortgage. And if you're looking to do an investment loan, you're thinking about getting some rental property, add 0.5% onto those rates. But remember, you're going to need 20% down for investment property, whereas on an owner-occupied property, you can get in for as low as 5% down with today's different type of loan products. So Billy's number, 690-5100, and that is area code 615. That's Farmington Financial Group, 690-5100. The Wilson Group is also one of our sponsors for Real Estate Real Talk. If you have any questions that you don't want to talk about on air, call us at the office, and that number is 615-385-1414. We have 25 full-time real estate agents that can help you with all of your real estate needs, whether you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or, as we said earlier, this spring will be here before we know it. It's a good time to start thinking about selling your house now in the spring because you may have a laundry list of things that you need to do to your house to get ready, and the wintertime is a great time to do that. So again, give us a call at the office, check out our website, wilsongrouprealestate.com, or like us on Facebook. So Mike Ridings, welcome back.
Good to be back.
Good to be back. Good to have you back. You know, it was funny, I was reviewing our notes from the last time you were on the show, and I was looking at what the interest rates were, and I think it was last May or so, April or May, you were on the show, and interest rates for a 30-year fixed rate were 3.5%, and now we're at 4.125. We've gotten up as high as 4.5%. So in that short period of time, interest rates shot up, and then they sort of tempered back down.
Well, that stimulated a lot of activity in the market because everybody knows this town is hot right now for real estate. On
fire. And we've seen prices go into double-digit appreciation this year, something that we haven't seen in 6 years, actually. So we like the growth. We like the price increases. The market as a whole is up 25% over where it was this time last year. And this time last year was up 25% from where it was the year before. So we're slowly ticking back to the amount of activity that we like to see.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of sellers hire us to basically clean up and get things spruced up, healthy on the outside in the landscape. But then we've had buyers hire us to just tear things out and redo it, because there's a lot of plant material that was planted years ago, a lot of it by builders. Not saying they didn't know what they were doing, but they were buying plants that looked pretty at the time, but they didn't know the growth habit of this plant material, and they put it up on a foundation of a home, and about the time that plant starts looking its best, it's too big for the area. It's, it's slapping the windows, growing up above the roof lines. So we've taken a lot of plant material out and replaced it with the proper size plant material. And fall is absolutely the best time. Fall and winter, even the dead of winter, the coldest days we have, is the best time to plant. People don't think about it. The public hadn't really been educated that way, but you talk to all the nursery professionals that grow plant material, whether it's in greenhouses and containers or the big field operations in McMinnville, Smithville area, right here in Tennessee. The wintertime, the plants are dormant. They don't even know they've been moved, especially if you're hand digging, if you're thinning out perennials, moving shrubs. We've taken some shrubs out on some of your properties to put back after the construction is finished. And the wintertime is the absolute best time, because that plant, all the sap is down to the root system. It's storing its energy, and it doesn't even know it's been moved. And if a plant thinks, but the public, everybody gets fired up in the spring. We go through those long, cold winters. You get a few warm days in February, and people start getting excited. Then you get the rain and storms in March. And, spring is a great time as well. But the absolute best time is in the dead of winter.
It's funny when you said everything goes dormant. I think people go dormant and start hibernating, and they don't even think about their yards. We joke about, they've been in their cave all winter, and then you get a few warm spring days. And of course, all companies in any kind of outdoor landscaping or lawn care get busy in the spring because those people are coming out of their caves. And a lot of people, they don't really pay attention to landscaping in the wintertime. The winter color, the pansies, the violas, some of the kale, the cabbages, that's really the only annual wintertime color that we can do here. And they're beautiful. I love winter pansies. But some of the evergreens are so pretty, and they change colors in the fall. A lot of the arborvitaes get a golden, kind of a yellowish golden tint to the tips of the foliage. And some of the hollies are beautiful because of the berries they have. The nandinas, everybody knows those are big clusters of red berries. So there's a lot of plants you can plant for winter interest. Well, let's break it down to right now. Here we are at the very end of October. It's been a very mild fall. I mean, we haven't had much cold at all. So what should someone be doing in their yard right now, would you say? Or now through November? One
of the biggest misconceptions is leaf removal. A lot of people think, and you can mulch leaves and leave them in the lawn. We're talking all about turf right now. But a heavy covering of leaves will smother your grass. One reason you don't see grass growing in the middle of the woods is the amount of shade. But then the leaf fall, and that's some of the best soil in the world. It's right up on top of some of these rocky ridges that are in Middle Tennessee. It's all from the leaf compost breaking down. Some of that leaf material is good to go back in the lawn, but if you've got a heavily shaded or heavily canopied yard, you've got to get some of those leaves off. You can build compost piles. If you've got even a small property, a quarter acre, half acre, you can build a small. Best way to do it is just to build a little fence with some mesh wire, and just put enough leaves in there to compost your own vegetable garden, compost around your shrubs. You can do that in the late winter. Those leaves will break down with all the rain.
Let me ask you that on composting. I know I've never composted. I've got a lot of houses on the market. They do compost, and I know exactly what you're talking about. They do that little mesh, like chicken wire. So, and everyone puts just stuff in there. So, are you mixing it up?
The best thing to do is turn it. And when you turn it, it could be 15 degrees outside, and you flip that compost over, you're going to see steam come out if it's not completely frozen, because it's generating heat. And if you turn that and flip it, and you can throw some fertilizer in there, it'll help break it down. And you want that to be as mashed up and broken down as possible, and it will on its own. It's going to speed it up to take.
Do you mash it with your shovel? Do you
no, just
break
take
it
a
up?
pitchfork and flip it.
Okay, okay.
And then in the spring, it's broken down enough. I mean, you can actually put that around all your shrubs, and then do a decorative mulch, something that the colors you like or the textures on top. A lot of people like pine needles, but pine needles have some nutrients in them. A lot of acid in pine needles.
Right.
And we've got a lot of acid in our soil here anyway.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, hold that thought. We are going to go to a short commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to continue the talk on landscaping. And this is very fascinating to me on composting, mulching, and all that good stuff. Y'all stay tuned.